Apologies. Okay, there we go. Teams has started. So once again, welcome. I will go over a few housekeeping rules before we begin. So I did mention that the session is recorded and the recording will be uploaded to our various platforms such as the Research Capacity Development Management System or known as the RCDMS. We will also be uploading the recording to our Moodle communities, our RCD webpage, and our YouTube channel. Another thing is during the session, if you do have questions, please raise your hand and then I will encourage you to speak, as we would like this to be an interactive session and also respond as we go along the way to handle any queries. Sorry, I just want to reshare my screen to ensure that the sound comes through from the videos. Hey, there we go. Can I just have a thumbs up maybe to indicate that the presentation is on the screen? Thank you very much. Okay, so once again, on behalf of the Research Capacity Development Unit, we would like to officially welcome you to our launch. But first, a drum roll. We would like to officially welcome you to the launch of our Research Capacity Development Management System, or as I said, RCDMS. I believe that this actually deserves a round of applause for this. So if you'll join me by clicking on your applause reaction on Teams. Okay, I see we have a hand. Thank you very much. So thank you very much again. This is a huge step towards implementing 4IR in teaching and learning at UJ. So we are pleased to have you join us today and embarking on this journey. So to give you a brief description of the RCDMS, which is here to streamline your research journey and is our one-stop platform to assist you with registering for workshops, accessing resources, booking our writing consultations, and staying updated on events. With this platform, you will be receiving automated emails when you are using the system. And as compared to the Moodle communities, this will, as compared to the Moodle community, you will be receiving automated emails from RCDMS. So we urge you to please start using the RCDMS platform as soon as possible. Just switch to the next slide. Okay, and to understand how to use our platform, you have to first understand what the Research Capacity Development Unit is about. So if I may have, just by a show of hands, those who have not used our services yet. I'm hoping there's less hands. Okay, we have 1, 2. Okay, not the majority, which is great. I'm glad to hear that. So most of you have heard about us or have used our services. So to just introduce the newcomers to us and our services, I will play a short video.
Welcome to the Research Capacity Development Unit at the Postgraduate School. Together, we focus on
I'm sorry, I think that's
developing postgraduate students, postdoctoral research fellows, academics, support staff, and researchers by offering training, assistance, and growth opportunities. We achieve this by providing workshops, mini-courses, digital resources, seminars, forums, panel discussions, writing consultations, events, and competitions. To find out more about our activities, visit our RCD Moodle communities, RCD webpage, RCD
I'm so sorry.
YouTube channel, RCD SharePoint calendars, and Postgraduate School Facebook page. Coming soon will be the launch of our one-stop shop, the RCD Management System, which will be integrated under the U-Link Services tab. Our workshops are designed to cover the postgraduate life cycle from orientations to research planning, academic literacies, data planning, and presentation skills. PDRF, researcher, staff, and supervisor workshops are catered to go hand in hand with the postgraduate life cycle. such as orientations on understanding your supervision journey, time management and navigating the proposal, writing phase trainings on the use of and benefits of different supervision methods, tips on how to direct the data production phase and the finalization and submission phases. Above all, we also cater workshops to professional and personal development, such as etiquette, funding, mental and health, wellness, and career preparation. Our mini courses on offer are all online and self-access. Learn a skill at your own time. Be a part of our seminars and panel discussions, which center around professional development and societal impact. Make use of our free writing consultation services, offered both in person and online. Supervisors are your students or colleagues struggling to get started, or simply stuck at a particular part of writing. Use our mobile, sit tight and write focus group sessions. Contact us and we will come to you. If you're looking for a supportive environment where you can present your research and stand a chance to win prizes, then sign up for our annual events and competitions. The RCD unit hosts the prestigious Visualize Your Thesis competition, 3-minute thesis, competition, and PG and PDRF research conference. Be a part of the fun. The supervisor orientation is designed to help supervisors identify strategies to address key challenges that they face, whilst providing them with the university's expectations for supervisory responsibilities and tips on how to locate, support and resources to become a more effective supervisor. Meet the RCD unit team, consisting of quality staff members who bring their expertise to the unit to rise above the students, staff and university's expectations. Postgraduate students may contact us via RCD inquiries at uj.ac.za. PDRFs, researchers and staff may contact us via supervision course at uj.ac.za or visit us at APK campus, where you can also use our common room to have a quiet working environment.
Hey, and that's basically us in a 3-minute video. I'd like to stop here and maybe ask our colleagues if we have any questions. Your mics have been allowed, so you may unmute and go ahead or raise your hand. While we are finding the courage to ask questions, I would just like to punt our upcoming conference, which is in October, and it's available for all postgraduate students and postdoctoral research fellows to participate in. We do have 2 deadlines left, which is the end of this month and the end of next month. So I urge you to register or express your interest to participate, as well as submit your abstract. Unfortunately, my screens are not allowing me to switch right now, but I will ask my colleagues to share a link in the chat box to the conference flyer. Okay, we do have a question from Confidence. You may go ahead.
Hi. I just wanted to ask a question just for clarity. So I realized on the presentation there were 3, I think there were 3 logos talking about having a supportive environment where you can present your research and also win prizes. So I just wanted to find out if we pay to participate in the conferences or maybe submission of posters and so forth. Is there a fee that is charged, or do we just submit?
Thank you, Confidence. That's a great question. So I'll start off with our Visualize Your Thesis competition and your 3-minute thesis competitions. There are no costs involved with this. And instead, well, with these competitions, you as the participant have a chance to win prizes. So besides the institutional competitions, the winners then go on to the national and international levels, where they also may compete to win prizes as well. And then with the conference, there are costs involved. There's a registration fee. So for the next two deadlines, it's 2,500 Rand. And then preparation for your posters and all the associated costs with that also lies with the participant. So for our first two competitions, no costs involved. And then the conference, there are. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you.
You. And then we do have a question in the chat box. When can we expect feedback as interest to participate was indicated in 2024? So I think Letiwe, may I just confirm with you if this was as a participant, as a student, or a judge?
Thank you, Chair. It was for the judging.
Okay, no problem. I'm not sure. I didn't see your name on the form, but I think I will, because I've also already reached out to judges, but I will take this after the session and discuss with you. If that's okay. I've written your name down.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and then if my colleagues can please just post the conference flyer into the chat box so that the participants may view that. There is a comment in the chat box for that. Okay, so I'm now going to move on to what we actually are here for today, and that's our RCDMS system.
Welcome to the research.
Sorry. Okay. At this point, I would just like to allow everyone to use the system while we are going through this presentation. So I'll give everyone 5 minutes to find our RCDMS link via the ULink instructions on the slide. So you will log into ULink, navigate to and click on the services tab, and then you will find our RCDMS tab over there. It's a part, I do have a video where it's indicated in the beginning of the video, but for those already that need a head start, we can allow 5 minutes to do that. And if you can indicate with a thumbs up if you've been able to go through ULink to the RCDMS system. I do not see any thumbs up yet, but I'm hoping we are all getting there. Okay, 1, thank you. 2, thank you very much. Okay, we are kind of running a little bit ahead, behind schedule. So I'm only going to allow maybe 1 more minute. Okay. Martine and Letiwe, please can you email me directly? Or I've also written your name down, but I will reach out to you as well. Okay, I will move on to the registration at 20 past. So the 1 minute is almost up. Oh, there we go. It is up. So I'm going to move on to the next slide for the registration process. I hope everyone will be able to follow through easily, but I will also stop after that slide. And if you are having any issues, please type in the chat box. My colleagues will be assisting as well. To access the Research Capacity Development Management System, you would have to go through ULink. So you would go to the ULink website, you would log into ULink with your credentials. You would then scroll down to the Services tab and scroll down again until you find the RCDMS tab. You would then click on it, and this would bring you to the registration page. So you would have to complete 3 sections to register, which is your personal info, contact and identity, as well as academic details in order for your registration to go through. To complete your personal info section, you would select your title, input your name, a middle name if you have one, your surname, your gender, and your email address. And this has to be a valid email address as well as a UJ email address. Otherwise, you will not receive email communications from us. Additionally, your mobile number has to be 10 digits long. Otherwise, the system will pick up all these invalid details and not allow you to register. Furthermore, your password needs to be at least 8 digits long. You may then input a bio if you would prefer, or you could just move on to the next section. To complete your contact and identity section, you would input your ID and passport number, your marital status, your country of birth, your citizenship, your nationality, and your race. You would complete your postal address as well as your physical address. And as you can see, I didn't put in a passport number or an ID number, and therefore it will not allow me to move on to the next section. So once you have completed your contact and identity section, you will then move on to your academic details. You will be required to put in your student or staff number, and to just as an example for quality type, a master's research student, you would be required to select your faculty, your study mode, input your department, your field of study, your first year of registration, your dissertation or thesis title, your supervisor details, which are the full name, the email address, and the contact number. Please remember that if you input an invalid email address, the system will not allow you to register. Furthermore, you would have to upload proof of registration, and it is required to register to this platform. For example, if you are a staff member, on the other hand, you would be required to input your employment type, your employment status, your department, your field of study or specialization, your research area, and you would not have to upload proof of registration. Once you have completed your academic details, you may then go ahead and submit your registration. And there you have it, access to the system. Okay, and that was a very slow walk through the registration process. Was anyone able to register yet? I think we needed, yes. Oh, Krika, very good. Thank you so much.
Sorry, no, I have a question.
Oh,
but I did
okay, go
register.
ahead.
Okay. So I went through everything, and then it came back to tell me that my email has already been taken and my ID number and stuff.
Ah, okay. So this is what I was indicating to earlier, where if you are having experience, please indicate in the chat box. So this was earlier from our earlier system, if you had already registered to the system. So we will, one of my colleagues will now delete your profile, and then you can re-register. I hope that comes across clearly. Thank you very much. Okay, and then we have, okay, Nadia, you may go ahead, and then I will see to the questions in the chat box.
I literally just missed the first step. The rest I can do is just where the registration, the link to go to the registration. That's all that I
Okay,
missed.
that's okay, maybe I can go back
Sorry
quickly to
about
that
that.
slide. No problem. Is you would log into Ulink and then go to your services tab, which is right at the bottom of the screen, and then you'd click in and at the bottom of the services screen is the RCDMS tab.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
I think Cherie had a hand up, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, my apologies. I pretty much had the same question. I was just battling to navigate where to actually get the registration access link on Ulink, but I've managed to get in now with the service tab. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. And then we have Jumoke. You may go ahead. Jumoke.
Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yes.
Can you hear me now? All right. I said I have the same error message. It's telling me that my membership number has already been taken.
Okay.
Or
Thank you for that.
Must I upload a proof of registration? I'm a postdoc.
As a postdoc, okay, you would have to upload the required document. I'm not sure, I can't switch screens now, but if there's a required document, you would have to upload possibly some proof that you are a postdoc at the university.
Okay, but it's actually saying my membership number has already been taken.
Okay, no problem. For those of you who are having that type of issue, please can you email us? I will put in RCD inquiries. There will be some issues with the registration process at the moment, since it's the first time we are launching. But if you can email us with the exact issue you are having, we will sort it out and assist you with being able to register.
All right.
Okay, and then we have a question in the chat box I'm going to take really quickly. If I'm already registered, does one need to register every year? No, you do not need to. This was just with the whole redevelopment and branding of our system. So we are required everyone to update their profiles as well. So even those that were previously registered with a UJ email, the first thing that would come up was for you to update your profile. And then if you are both a staff and student, which profile is better to have? At the moment, staff and student have the same access to the same content, but as we develop the system, you'll be able to have multiple roles. But when that happens, we will have another information session. So I'm just being mindful of the time, and I will go to the next part, which is our home page. So once you have registered, you will now land on the system, and this is the first thing that you will see come up. This brings us to our home page, where you can see our relevant banners, as well as an introduction to RCD. Furthermore, you will see a profile icon on the right-hand side, and this will give you two options, one to view and edit your profile, and one to log out. So if you go to the profile button, you will be able to update your profile as well as change your password whenever you want to. And then we have our home page button, which will bring you back to the home page whenever you are exploring the platform. Apart from this, your home page also views upcoming events as well as recent announcements. So if you click on one of the links, it will take you directly to the event page for upcoming events. And for recent announcements, it will take you to the announcement page to view the details of that announcement. Please note that for announcements that there are links within the announcements, so if you click on one, it will take you to the relevant page. Going back to the home page, you go to your left-hand side panel, which brings you to your full menu. And I will be taking you through the menu one by one. So I suspect there's no issues with that walkthrough of the home page. So I will move on to the next. This brings us to our home page, where you can see. This brings us to the next section, which is the events tab. So I will go over the first video, which is just a general introduction to our events and how they are displayed on our events tab. To view our events, go to the left-hand side panel, click on My Events. This should bring up the calendar view for the month's events. You may also change to week, day, or list view. Alternatively, you may use the search bar for a specific event. You can scroll back and forth between the months to also see previous, current, and upcoming events. Please note that these events are categorized by color. This is due to who the events are catered for. For example, if we click on an orange event, these are for postgraduate students. And if we click on a pink event, these are for supervisors, PDRFs, and staff. Please note that we have three types of announcing events. First would be published events, which are for those that are confirmed and will allow you to register. We then have proposed events. These events will not allow you to register until we publish, as we still have to confirm these events. We then have completed events for those held in the past, and you will be able to access recordings of the events here. Okay, so I'm just gonna check that there are no questions. Okay, great. We may move on to the published events and how to register. To view our published events, registration, and attendance of these registered events. Once you are ready to register for an event, you will click on your event of choice. You will then go to View Event. Over here on the event page, you'll be able to view the full details such as the date, whether the event is virtual, in person, or hybrid. And you will also be able to view the event summary, as well as the event resources, which is usually the event flyer. For example, if we click on the flyer that was downloaded, for certain events, you would be required to upload a document in order to register. If you do not upload this document, you would not be allowed to register. So for example, our competitions require you to upload an abstract. You would do this by clicking on the upload document link. And it is important to note that the max file size is 5 megabytes and new submissions will override any previously submitted documents. So you will then click on the link and you will upload your document. You can see by the green check mark, it has successfully been uploaded. Furthermore, we make a sharing link available if you would like to share with your colleagues. So, for example, if we copy the link and paste it, we see that it will take us to the event page for your colleague to also register for the event. So to register for the event, you will then click on the registration button. And there we have a successful registration for the event. You will also then receive an email confirming this registration. If you would like to cancel, you then click on the cancel registration button and provide your reason. And you will be notified that your event registration has been cancelled on the page, as well as via email. If circumstances do change, you will still be able to register for the event again. Going back to the events calendar, and apart from the emails you received for your registered events, there is a second tab next to the events calendar, which will take you to your registered events, and there you can access the event pages. Please note that you will receive a reminder email for the event 24 hours before the event, and you will then use this email to click on the event link to take you to the event page again. Currently it is grayed out as you will only be able to access the link 15 minutes before the event starts. 15 minutes before the event starts, the event URL will be made live. You may then join the Teams webinar by clicking on the link. So this will take you directly to the Teams webinar link, and you may either join online or open the link up on your Microsoft Teams. Okay, and that's the end of that section. I know it's a lot to take in, but we will be uploading the recording and sharing across our various platforms, as I mentioned. And I just wanted to reiterate at this point that if you do not register with your UJ email address, you will not receive the emails as it goes through the UJ mail server. So do we have any questions so far at this point? I think that might have been very straightforward until we start using the platform ourselves. If everybody's okay, can we just have a few thumbs up to make sure that we are live on this beautiful Friday? Thank you very much. Okay, apologies for the slides jumping. I'm not sure the videos seem to start playing itself, but the next slide would be about feedback surveys and certificates. Once the event has been completed, you will be required to fill in a feedback survey. Please note that you will only be allowed to download your certificate if you have completed your feedback survey. So you will click on the link for the feedback survey and you will fill in the details required and you will press submit. Please note that you will receive a feedback survey reminder via email 24 hours after the event if you haven't completed it yet. Once you have submitted your feedback survey, you may then download your certificate by clicking on this green icon. Your certificate will then be generated in PDF format. Please note that you will also receive an email notifying you that your certificate has been generated. And this will allow you a quick link to go back to the event page and download your certificate again. Okay, and that is how you Sorry, there was a pause there. Okay, and that is how you download your certificate for proof of attendance. Okay, I think this is also forward. I see a lot is going on in the chat, and I hope our registration issues are getting sorted. But if I can get a thumbs up, we will then move to the next section. Okay, great. Thank you. Apologies for the jump in slides again. Okay. As I mentioned in the beginning of the presentation, we have 3 types of events. So we are now moving on to the proposed events. Going back to the events calendar to view our proposed events and note down events that you would be interested in will also help you prepare once the events are published. So with proposed events, you will be able to view the start date and time as well as the end date and time and who the event is catered for. If you go to the event page, you will still be able to share the event page using the link here. And that was very short and sweet. So our next section would then be the last type of event, which is the completed events and accessing recording. Going Going back to the events calendar to view completed events and the recordings, if you had missed a session or just want to find out more about a particular subject, you would then go and click on the event of interest. For example, the Faculty of Law postgraduate processes. You'd go to view event and then watch recording. This will take you to our YouTube channel where you would be able to watch the recording. Okay. So as I mentioned previously, going back, this recording of the session will be uploaded to our various platforms. I did see a comment in the chat again, so we will be uploading it to RCDMS, Moodle, our webpage, and our YouTube channel. I will ask my colleagues to also type in the handle for our YouTube channel in the chat box. So now that we have completed the events, our next section on our menu would be announcements, and I will go ahead with that. Apart from viewing our announcements from the homepage, you may go to the left-hand side panel once again, go to the announcements tab, and there you will see that a page has opened up with the full list of our announcements. If you are interested in a specific announcement, please click on View Details. This will open up the full announcement page. As I mentioned previously, there are links inserted into the announcement, so please ensure that you read carefully and click on the associated links. So for example, I will click on this launch invitation flyer, and as you can see, the flyer will pop up in a new tab. Okay. That was also quite short and sweet. I'd like to stop here maybe for 2 minutes if anyone has any questions related to the last couple of videos or sections. Okay, I'm taking our silence as that we are happy so far with the platform and we are excited to use it very soon. Just a thumbs up if I can move on, please. Okay, all good in the chat. Okay, great. So our next section, if I'm not mistaken, is our writing consultation section, which which is one of our most used services. So I would go on to that section now. Okay, there we go. To book a writing consultation appointment, go to our left-hand side panel, go to the Writing Consultation Appointments tab, click on it. This will take you to our Acuity booking. Here, please carefully read the description of our services. Thereafter, scroll down to view our writing consultants as well as the faculties they service and the availability of their bookings. Once you have carefully read through, please book with a consultant. So for instance, if you would like to book with Dr. Gabriel Maniera, he services these faculties. You would then select book. You would then go down to view his availabilities, which is Tuesdays and Fridays on site as well as virtually. You would then select him as a consultant, and this should bring you to the booking page. The grayed out dates indicate dates unavailable, and the dates in bold indicate dates that he is available. You would then select a date that suits you, and the available time slots would come up. You would then select preferred time slot. You would select and continue. You then complete the information for the consultation, which would be your personal details, your description as a student or a staff member, your student or staff details, your personal details again, your faculty, department, title of your study, and the text that you will be submitting for the consultation. So for example, if you have selected one of the above, you would then have to provide a brief description as well as your supervisor's name and surname and any difficulties you are experiencing with the writing so that this may help the consultant prepare for the session. As a requirement, you would also have to upload the piece of writing that you require assistance with. You would then confirm your appointment. Once you have selected the confirm appointment button, it should bring you back to this page, but this is not the same page as the start page. If you scroll down, it's actually the appointment confirmation page. So you will see that your appointment details have been confirmed, and you may add the calendar invite to your Outlook or your Google Calendar. You may be able to edit, reschedule, or cancel. And just to note that you have to give the consultant a 24 hours notice if you would like to cancel or reschedule. Please note that you will also receive an email once you confirm the booking. This will also give you options to import a calendar invite, as well as to change or cancel the appointment. You will also receive emails for canceling or rescheduling the appointment. Following this, your consultant will reach out to you with the Teams link for your consultation appointment, and following that appointment, your consultant will also provide you with a feedback survey to complete. Okay, and that is our writing consultation. I just chose Dr. Gabriel as one of the examples, but we do have 3 other consultants, which you will see the availabilities and the faculties they cater for on the homepage. And to mention again, these services are free. So we hope to see more, well, the names within this meeting today interact with more of our offerings as well as booking with our consultants. So I'd also like to stop here to ask if there are any questions. Okay, we seem like very happy people today. Okay, Karika, you may go ahead.
I just wanted to check if the recorded webinars and the events, sometimes they have resources. And would the resources also then be shared in the same place I would access the recording? You know, like
Yes, we're
sometimes they
actually
share the
working.
slide. Yeah.
Yes. So right now we have the recordings up, but we are working on attaching those presentations very soon.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, we seem like we are happy. So we're actually moving on to the last tab of the RCDMS, which is our Contact Us section. So this will be also a way, apart from emails, to manage the queries that you've had with us. So I will go on to that section now. If you're experiencing any issues with the platform, please then use the left-hand side panel again. You will go to Contact Us and create a ticket. You would type in the title and you would type in the description. If you have any screenshots, you would also attach here. I would just use this as an example. And then you will say create ticket. We will then receive an email and come back onto the system to assist you. As you can see, the query is logged and it is stated as open. We will then contact you and you can find out about your response from the manage tickets section, where you would view your tickets and see if the consultant has responded to your request. However, you will also receive an email stating when your ticket has been responded to, and thereafter you can check on the system. Okay. So we thought this section might be useful instead of then going to your email, as you're already on the system and can take screenshots of the issue that you are having. So please utilize this section as well. And that actually brings me to the end of the walkthrough of our RCD or research capacity development management system today. By a show of hands, I hope everyone is happy with what they've seen so far and excited to use the platform. Maybe some emojis. Okay, I see a hand. Great. Do we have any questions so far?
Sorry, I don't have a question. I just want to compliment you. This was really useful. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you very much. This RCDMS has been a project that is very near and dear to the RCD team, and we are all proud of the work that has come out of this. So thank you very much for your comment. Okay, and actually, please can you comment on our feedback survey? So we have posted in the link. These feedback surveys basically help us with the reporting as well as motivating to improve on things such as the RCD management system. So we can offer you more and hopefully help you through your research journey. So thank you once again, everyone. Please fill in the feedback survey and we hope to see you using the platform as soon as today. Thank you very much. If there are no other questions, we will then close the meeting. Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend. Bye.